Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Bears offense making their way out now for their first drive with Justin Fields, the rookie from Ohio State, at quarterback.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Fields. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. Justin Fields, the quarterback, gets the completion there. CD, what do you think the key is to stopping this talented former Buckeye?
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Rookie quarterbacks have to survive the initiation of the pressure of the NFL. Now, his athleticism can scare you a little bit because if he evades it, he can go a long way. But in the beginning, you want his eyes to go to the rush, not downfield. So bring those extra guys and see if he can handle it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And 2021 in the draft, the first tight end off the board, Florida's Kyle Pitts at number 4 to Atlanta. The first tight end taken in 2020 was this guy, Cole Kmet, number 43 overall. Really started to come on late last season. A good grab there for a first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a give, right side. Herbert. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
Well, we knew that Darnell Mooney could absolutely fly, but he was only taken in the 5th round out of Tulane because of his size. He ended up being one of the better late-round picks in the NFL last year. 61 catches on the season. There's another one there, this time for a first down.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Now we get a look at Aaron Rodgers as he gets set to lead this Green Bay Packer offense. Rodgers now in his 17th season in the league, and of course, coming off the MVP trophy.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard, and he'll be stopped right at midfield.
A first down catch for Allen Lazard, who's turned out to be a personal favorite of quarterback Aaron Rodgers. He's carved out a nice role in this Packers receiver rotation.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
They'll run on 1st down. Herbert, absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll try the left side. Herbert. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Fields now to throw. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. Yeah, they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. This one caught by Isabella. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now a first down carry by Jones. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Rodgers. Got a man. That's Lazard. Touchdown, Packers. Come on, let's get him. Allen Lazard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Fields. Looking deep for Hilton. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. So here are the Packers now to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last year, up to make the play. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
On first down, it's Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers going to throw. This one caught over the middle. It's Oliver, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Steps away to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. On the move to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. He's got the lead here in the 2nd quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, because he's looked pretty good to this point. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. From the 35 on 2nd down. Rodgers, he finds his man, complete. That's Watson. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. The Packers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Fields. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Herbert, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a give right side. Herbert. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for this with Evans. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Jamie Gillendow. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here's Jamie Gillendow as he's on to punt for Chicago. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm, throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing is Rodgers. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Now looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers again now. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On first down, Rodgers. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields looking deep for Hilton. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
The Packers with a football here late in this first half, and they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. This is caught at the 20. And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now down at the 20-yard line. Back to throw. Fields. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And in the second quarter, it's the football team who are out in front. A touchdown run there for Antonio Gibson. From there,
No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick, please? Thank you. All right, let's go. Returning it, John Ross. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Let's go.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for Green Bay. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football, and this is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
Yeah, you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive. Matt Nagy wants the officials to take another look at that one. He'll throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. On play action, it's Rodgers. So Matt Nagy correcting his decision to throw the red flag.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. A give to Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Able to find Isabella. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. The give is to Jones. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He finds his man, complete. That's Watson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Rosas' kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. And I guess right now, as we look at some of his struggles today, the turn next play really applies here. He's got to move on.
I love where your head is on that because that's where his head needs to be, exactly what you've said. Yes, there have been mistakes made, but he's got to move on and play the next play as if it didn't happen, keep his confidence up. But how about the guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've got to be feeling great about what's going on right now. They've already gotten to him a few times. They want to keep that up. Maybe they can pick off a few more.
Now they've disrupted already for 3 INTs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Play action. It's Fields. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's got this down to the 35.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet. 7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, Herbert. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 3rd and 2, Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
48 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. 2nd down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 3's all around. Herbert. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Khalil Herbert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And now here's Ross. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
Let's go, baby.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Hey, we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a quarterback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Let's go. Do it.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Fields. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Flush to his right. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. Fields on first down. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down. On second down now. Herbert looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing on third down, Fields. He'll get that underneath to Herbert. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. That's into the hands of Isaiah Coulter. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete here. Here's 2nd and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 36. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 36. On the counter, here's Jones. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important third down. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and didn't do it very often.
On first down, Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Oliver. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Able to find Lazard. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. They've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Jones. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Mercedes Lewis. His first touchdown on the year. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Rosas now to add the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the result, a Green Bay score. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Byron Pringle now to return it. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll run on first down. Herbert, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Fields now to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. The Bears on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Fields. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And it'll be Packer football here, first down and 10. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On second down, it's Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves it with 1 yard to go on third down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well. They'll
go again to Jones. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Back to throw, Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. On second down, it's Jones fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game, that means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense,